Hello, we're back for another video on the ARK Lost Island map. It is that time where I've explored the map extensively and I'm going to pick 20 of the best PVE locations that I can find. First base location is going to be at 35.4 latitude, 14.2 longitude. That's where we are on the map, right in the top left corner. You can build a nice sized base up here. There's a small water pen you can build down here if you wanted to. It's not very deep, so it can't really house the bigger water creatures, but it can hold a few smaller ones and potentially Basilosaurus and stuff like that. Go underneath the rock here. There's a little cave. There's a little entrance here, and there's two metal rocks right there, so you can get an easy access to metal right underneath your base. And if you go further through, there is obsidian everywhere. Next base location is going to be 58.6 latitude, 53.0 longitude. That is the location on the map. This is a great spot for a build because you could definitely build something cool around here. It's like got a natural pool of water in amongst it. You can build all around these cliffs. It's quite flat on top as well. You could definitely build like a little entrance to your base here and build up to here in this flat area. That's going to be that base location. Let's move on to the next. Next base location is going to be this one, 21.2 latitude, 31.2 longitude. Location on the map. So once again, you've got access to great creature around here. You got this whole mountain to access for resources. You got metal everywhere down this mountain. Look at all that metal, tasty. And of course, right below the base, you've got the water. You can make a nice little water pen in here. It's a bit deeper, this one, so you could definitely get some Moses in here and stuff like that. Going to be the next base location, 68.4 latitude, 52.8 longitude. It's very on the map, right at the edge. Bottom before scorched earth. I really like this one, it's really cool. Obviously you've got water everywhere. You build your main base up here, it's quite flat. You build quite a big sized base, build around, down here. Down here, it's just a really nice spot to build. It's like, you can build a really good water pen here. As you can see, it's very deep. It's like the perfect depth for a water pen here. Oh, and you've got a mountain right next to you over there for all your metal. Let's move on to the next one. So this is going to be the next base location. 41.8 latitude, 49.3 longitude. Location on the map. So I picked this one just because it is nice and flat. It's right in the centre of the redwoods. But the main thing is you can incorporate tree platforms in your builds. So obviously you can build down here and extend around a tree platform and build up there too. So I think it'd make a great base location. So let's move on to the next base location. Of course you can't have a PVE base location without the castle in it, can you? It's just the coolest ruin and the most glorified location on the map, I must say. It has to be in there. To be honest, it would definitely make a really cool PVE location, but like, you definitely couldn't really put many dinos in here. You'd have to build out here or something, or like on the back part you could definitely build like a big base. So let's go on to the next one. Next base location is going to be out here right in the middle of the ocean. It's the location on the map and the GPS coordinates right there. 68.4 latitude, 73.9 longitude. You can build ocean platforms in here and build a nice sized base. Obviously you've got land surrounding it. And you're right next to the ocean. You could build a massive water pen and you got access to all the ocean creatures right on your doorstep and the resources. But anyway, that's going to be that location. Let's move on to the next one. Next base location is going to be this one. 32.9, 21.5 are the coordinates. There's a location on the map. So you got nice access to water. It's completely flat up here and you can build a huge base here. You got access to some nice creatures that spawn on this mountain. There is the odd T-Rex that can spawn up here, brontos, anklos from time to time, and there's a nice little bit of metal nearby. Probably would have to travel a bit more for better metal spots. This is the next base location. Completely flat on top, pretty much. Very large area, 31.3 lat, 26.4 longitude. That is the location on the map. Access to water below. Across the way you have the big mountain here, which is full of resources. Got a load of metal there. Obsidian there. More obsidian, loads of obsidian, and some crystal at the top here as well. Next base location in the snow biome. Once again, 42.4 latitude, 43.2 longitude. That is the location on the map. Right next to the edge of the redwoods. It'd be a cool place to build because it's got water running through. It's very flat on both sides. And obviously you're surrounded by the standard snow resources that they bring. So yeah, let's move on to the next base location. So this is going to be the next base location. Coordinates are 34.7 latitude, 32.7 longitude. This is the location on the map. So it's a very big area. You can make a massive base here. It's completely flat as well. From what I can see. It does look very flat. And obviously, clearly you've got access to good creatures like them. Argentavis behind me somewhere. There he is. So they spawn around here too. Over here you got the beaver dam location, so you could farm cement paste for days. In all fairness, it's a very good base location. Let's move on to the next. So this is going to be the next base location. 35.2 latitude, 54.8 longitude. We're in the snow biome. For all those people that love the snow biome, I am one of them. And this is a nice little area to build. It's completely flat. And you got access to the redwoods for the new Dinopithecus. Access to the snow creatures. You're right next to both scars. Close to the standard wyvern scar just over there. So that's really close. And then if we go up here to this cave, there is crystal for days in this cave. Anyway, you got metal there as well, look. So it's a great cave, really. But look at that crystal, though. Look at that crystal. Let's move on to the next. Next base location is going to be 53.4 latitude, 21.8 longitude. Location on the map is there. This is right at the edge of the water, right next to the ocean. But this area is completely flat, as you can see. It's massive. You can build a huge base and a great water pen. I mean, it's not that far away from the mountains to get some metal as well. It's just over there. There's a bit of a mission, but it's not that bad. Let's move on to the next one. Next location is going to be 44.3 latitude, 41.3 longitude. It's the location on the map. We are very central when building in this base, and obviously you got water access right there. It is the cave. And who said you can't build in a cave on PVE? It's just a very nice location. Look, you've even got water in here. You're not blocking many resources in here. It's just a little bit of obsidian. So no one's going to cry about you building in here. So let's move on to the next base location. Next base location we have is 63.5 latitude, 26.7 longitude. That's where we are on the map. It's a nice flat area. It's quite small. Can't really build too much here, but I really like this spot. Obviously you got access to enclose. The old Rex will spawn here. This is like one of the best metal locations in the game as well. As you can see, metal there, crystal as well, and loads of metal up here. Anyway, let's move on to the next one. So I did actually struggle a little bit with Scorched Earth, but I had to put a base location in here. I did go with this one, 85.5 latitude, 73.3 longitude. And that's the location on the map. Let's remove my HUD. There you go. You got access to water right there, and obviously this is Scorched Earth. There's metal everywhere, so we don't even need to explain that. But if you just go up here, there's metal all on these rocks up here, there. It's just everywhere. What I will say is the only real downside of building Scorched Earth, it is completely miles away from anything on the map, and this map is huge. Depends how much you crave those rare resources on your doorstep, because that's where they all will be. You will just have to travel quite far to tame a lot of things and get your wyvern eggs and all that stuff. And the spot itself is pretty flat, so you can build down here into the water, and it's still reasonably flat. Not too bad on scenery looks, and obviously you have access to all the Scorched Earth creatures. Pretty good access to polymer and chitin and all that stuff that you need, so it's a very good location to build. That's the GPS coordinates once again, and location on the map. This is probably one of the coolest base locations in the game. It's definitely one of my favourite looking ones. It's very pretty as well. It's just next to swamp, which I hate. But that's the only downside. It's amazingly flat on top, and you can build a huge base here. Obviously you got water below. Plenty of mountains for resources. and you might just have to travel for your rarer tames. Kind of reminds me of the centre a bit, I don't know why. But anyway, let's move on to the next one. Next location is going to be 25.3 latitude, 79.1 longitude. So where we are on the map, top right corner. Access to water, access to 2 mountains that have great resources. And it's very flat. You could definitely build a nice sized base here. If you go over this way, into here, you've got a little cave for resources, and you'll find you've got some gems in here though. Next base location is probably one of my favourite ones in the game. 16.0 latitude, 78.9 longitude. This location on the map, top right of the map. Furthest you can go. It's just this big rock sticking out, but it's completely flat, and obviously you could build a massive water pen here. It'd be amazing. On the opposite side of the mountain, you got some metal rocks, obsidian, all that stuff. So you got a nice supply of metal right at your doorstep. It's great. And then obviously that gem cave is just down there too. More metal there. And there. So I think this would be a great location to build. So this is going to be the final base location. It's not actually one of my personal favourites, but it is an amazing base location. It is very flat inside. Obviously nothing's rendering now, but you can see how flat it really is. So you can build a huge base in here. You can extend out to the other side of the castle here, but there's a lot of ruins, so it's a bit hard to build. And obviously you are directly in the centre of the map, so you're not too far away from anything really. And you got water all the way around. Build a water pen. If you just have a little peek, you can see it's quite a nice depth. Not too shallow, not too deep. And you'll have access to great creatures everywhere. So that is going to be the end of the base location video. I hope it was helpful to you all. Hopefully you discovered some new locations. But yeah, I'll catch you all in the next video. Take care. Goodbye.